So while taking a look at common errors, we cannot ignore this particular error when we're trying to post transactions in either purchasing or order entry. So if I go to post, it's going to give me this error saying, vendor invoice transaction definition is configured to affect AP. However, no GL accounts are found in the AP GL information tab for item ID, materials, and warehouse. Actually doesn't have anything to do with warehouse in this particular case. It's just my item ID for materials, which is what I'm trying to post in this particular transaction, is not set up on that transaction definition. So I don't want to have to re-enter all of this information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click up here and duplicate my tab. And once I have my tab duplicated, I'm going to go to my purchasing module, the setup tab, and click into my transaction definitions. And the transaction definition that I was working with was my vendor invoice, you can see here. So I'm going to go to my vendor invoice and edit on that transaction definition. And if I stay on the general tab here and just scroll down to my accounting section, I can see that this transaction definition is indeed configured to affect AP. So then on my posting configuration tab, here's where I'm telling the system what GL accounts I want to send it to whenever I'm using these items, because purchasing does not use GL accounts directly. This is where you tell the system where to send them. So you can see just by looking at this, I only have overhead and other put in here for my item GL groups. And on that transaction, I'm trying to code to the item materials. So materials is going to have to be added to this transaction definition in order for me to be able to post that through. So basically I'm just going to add it in. So I'm going to select materials. It's debit and I'm selecting my 50300. So I'm going to save that now and back to my transaction. And if I try to post this through, it should work because now I have got that item GL group associated with this particular transaction definition. So fingers crossed. And that worked. So that is a very, very common error that we would see with these transaction definitions. And the same thing is going to happen in order entry if you use any of your transactions here and you are trying to code to an item that is not configured, it's not set up in your transaction definition. So let's say if I look at my quick bill invoice posting configuration, I have other materials subcontract. So if I try to use, let's say, overhead in a quick bill invoice transaction, it's not going to work. So that is the fix for that particular error, which we see all the time. So hopefully that is helpful.